Hello again. Right before this video starts, the intro will sound a little odd at the very beginning because the hello again that I normally say in the intro of all my videos got cut off and I don't want to re-record it. So yeah, that's all I wanted. And it's been a little over 2 weeks since my last video, and now I came back with some more treats for you guys. So this is gonna be the first part of probably only a 2-part video series. I mean, it could change, but for now it's gonna stay just 2 parts. And so, what is it, you may ask? Well, I've gotten the idea to make beach designs of some of the characters from the universe that me and Prince created with Akuma and Laz, because that's like the only thing I'm like motivated to draw recently, so just bear with me a little bit. So, in this video, I'm going to be drawing chibis of Akuma, Laz, and Fawn, and if you're asking, hey, why isn't Lilith in your first part? Doesn't it kinda seem a little right for her to be in the first part? Well, the last video was Lilith, like, the whole of last video was a whole Lilith Speedpaint, so I don't wanna, like, do back-to-back videos of her. So she's gonna be in the second part, so I hope you watch that too, you know, also gives kind of like a motivation to watch it, you know? But anyways, I'll talk and explain more about the universe and stuff as we draw, so let's just get right into it. Okay, something else I forgot to mention was that I have a new layout for my videos. I took heavy inspiration from ABD Illustrates and made myself a little border, mainly because it looks nice, it's aesthetically pleasing, and also it cuts down editing time. And I really hope it's not stealing. It might be borderline stealing. I don't really know. I hope not. But anyways, yeah, ABD Illustrates on YouTube is like one of my favorite artists, and I take I take inspiration from him. I love his artwork and I love the way he does the layout for his videos. So I just decided just to like kind of do it too, and I'm just experimenting. I don't know if this will stay, but I'm gonna be honest, I really like the way this looks. But now we're moving on. Okay, we're drawing Akuma in this little mini speed paint that you're currently watching, and I don't know if there's really anything to like say about Akuma and like all the other characters, because I don't want to like spoil anything, because I'm thinking of, you know, making their story into a comic and stuff, so like I don't want to spoil like major reveals or anything. But that doesn't mean I can't put down the basic information, so that's just what I'm gonna do instead. So Akuma is a fire demon, and she can manipulate fire and fight with it. Obviously, you know, you kind of have to give her the basics of that. But her weapon of choice is a sword, and I don't really know why it's a sword. Like, when I was younger, when I made her in middle school, I kind of was just like, yeah, swords are cool. Other weapons are really hard to draw, so she's gonna have a sword. And that happened with like 90 other OCs. So not only her, but like a lot more of my other OCs that aren't even related to this story have swords too. Because, you know, middle school Jay just, you know, it was hard. It was hard back then. And it's hard now. That's why she still has a sword. Because other weapons are hard to draw. So yeah, I guess I didn't learn weapon design maybe in all those years. Okay, anyways, in my head, in her story, she's a princess for a district, and like 5 districts in total make up a whole court. So she's obviously part of a fire district. Like, she's a fire princess. Her parents, fire demons as well, and in her district specifically, not her herself. Akuma herself doesn't do this, but in general, her district is the producer for weaponry and armor. And obviously, because fire reminds me of forging weapons, so I kinda just went with that and ran. So yeah, so weaponry and armor, for obvious reasons. And honestly, I think that might be all I can really say on Akuma, at least for now. I will of course expand on her, you know, as the channel grows and as I keep drawing her and stuff. But yeah, so let's just speak about the drawing itself now. So I decided to draw chibis for these little beachy designs because it's very simple and easy for me, and I had to draw like 6 characters, so it was just quick. It was just the best option in my opinion. And I want to talk about shading specifically with them because I feel like my shading like really changes based on how I feel. Like some of my chibis have like the soft shading of like all my other like fully rendered pieces, or I can choose cell shading. Like if for this one specifically, for these set of chibis, they are cell shaded, if anyone really cares. I mean, you'll be able to see it, so I don't know why I mentioned it. But something else I had a really difficult time with at first was making the backgrounds, because I wanted kind of like something fun and summery, I guess, but that really didn't work out because I was like, ooh, this texture kind of looks like bubbles, and then I'm like, that doesn't look good. So you won't see it with Akuma's drawing, but you will see it, but you won't see it recorded. But it's recorded with all the other drawings from this little mini series. They have a gradient background and a screen tone overlay on them, and they also have like a little white outline so they can just pop out. So yeah, that's actually all I have for Akuma at the moment for her little section of the video. So let's just let the rest of this little speed paint play out, and then we'll move on to Fawn. Alright, now we're on to Fawn, and I haven't really ever drawn her or talked about her on my channel, but of course I've like drawn her before, and she's in some older posts on Instagram, but this is kind of her first real introduction, so I'm very excited about that. And now, Fawn is an elf, and originally I wanted the court to all be demons, but I kind of thought that was just a little too boring, so I added a little bit of spice, and I made her and another character into an elf. The second character will be in part 2. I'm not gonna reveal her name yet, even though, I mean, like, it doesn't matter, but yeah, just watch part 2 if you really want to, you know. But anyways, just like every character people make in like middle school, like I feel like every artist has at least one set of characters that are based on elements and stuff. Fawn is an earth-based elf, and so that gives her the powers of controlling the earth around her, like the ground she stands on, or plant life in some way. I haven't really quite thought completely about the plant life part yet, but something else I was thinking is that she could have some type of healing powers, because when you think of earth and life, you know, healing of course comes to mind, because I think she can maybe create life, take care of life, so healing kind of like goes hand in hand with it. And also it's a little kind of counter, I guess, to another character's abilities that I'll mention in part 2 once again. But yeah, so in my head, for her being an elf, I feel like she has a shorter lifespan than demons, but have a longer lifespan than humans. So humans like have like the shortest lifespan, and then there's elves, demons, and then if you go all the way up to like immortal beings, I was thinking things like reapers and angels. I feel like they kind of are immortal in a way. So yeah, so I'm putting into consideration like other characters and stuff, and trying to make sure I get things like that straightened out for a story I eventually want to make. Like I said before, I'm so set on the idea of making this a comic, and I'm really excited for the day that comes. So anyways, Fawn's district is in charge of resources for life, like food. I feel like that's a little obvious, but I wanted to say it. And I had the idea to include things like medications as part of her district, and like hospitals, you know, to take care of somebody. But I think I'm gonna give that to a different character's district, even though I think it's a little funny because said character's district will be kind of, the character herself is like kind of like the anti of that, so I think that's kind of cool. But I guess that kind of sucks for Fawn. I don't know, I guess it does kind of suck for her. And for her chibi, I wanted to make her play volleyball because I thought it's so cute, and it also is a like kind of like a two-part drawing with another character. So Fawn is going to be passing the volleyball to insert this character here, because I don't want to talk about him yet, even though he's like the next character up for the last part of this video. So yeah, I think that's it for now for what I want to say about Fawn. And with that being said, let's get on to the last part of this video. Alright, so while editing, I asked Prince what he would want me to say about Laz, and well, he kind of described him as just an asshole, but like, I like to talk about him, so I'm going to talk about him. So, Laz is a undead being who is stronger than like all of his other siblings that he has, who are also, you know, undead. You know, that's kind of messed up. That's kind of messed up, Prince, not gonna lie. But anyways, he wields 2 axes and so happens to be Akuma's love interest in this universe. You know, because shipping, I don't know. But like, originally Laz was supposed to go with my OC Roxy, who is now in this universe Akuma's kind of like her guard. So when we first made those 2 characters in middle school, needless to say, their dynamic like really didn't work out. So me and Prince decided to switch it up a few years later, and we saw, well, we didn't see anything. We tried to see if Akuma's character would work better with Laz, and maybe we can create like maybe like a non-weird toxic bundle of character dynamics. And so obviously that worked out, and here we are today with Laz and Akuma having a great character dynamic and being shippable pretty much. So something I would like to mention when I drew Laz is that I try my best not to give him any eye shines, and I try to give him more cool toned blush instead of like the warmer tones for like all my other characters, because it kind of plays a little more into his like whole, you know, being undead thing. And I just thought that was like a really cool detail that I wanted to share, because I don't think I ever shared it like until now. I mean like publicly. Like obviously me and Prince go on for like days talking about this universe and stuff and the characters, but anyways, you know, whenever I drew this, I was like, oh my gosh, it would be so cool to have Fawn and Laz play volleyball together. So yeah, he's spiking the ball in response to Fawn passing the ball over, which is not good because, you know, Laz is like one of the strongest beings in this roster of characters I drew. So one spike from him, she's dead. That turned really dark quickly. I don't know why I said that. Okay, but anyways, I just thought that was like such a cute idea, and you know, I decided to make it a reality. So it's like just a little cute little thing that makes me really happy. And whenever I showed Prince these drawings, like he like really liked it as well. So, you know, do things that make me happy and it makes other people happy, you know, that's kind of cool. Okay, but anyways, I think honestly that does it for my talking in this video. I feel like I didn't really talk as much as I would like. I mean, when planning this video, I did think I would talk like way more, but yeah, I'm still trying to get used to talking so much. So sadly, with that all being said, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and in the description I'll have Prince's Instagram so you can check him out. I don't No, honestly, I don't know if he has any art posted because sometimes he kind of like archives a lot of stuff. But if there is some stuff there, I recommend you check it out. Prince is such a talented artist, you know. I've known him for a long time and he's really good at what he does. So yeah, like I said before, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know if I should expand a little more with these beach designs. I have some characters that go along in this universe that I would like to talk about. I mean I know I could talk about them anytime, but it's kind of funny to talk about them in a video that's kind of like the beach episode of my videos, I guess. I don't know. Honestly, I'm like really tired recording these. So anyways, I will see you next time.